The Baby Lock Triumph Serger can do just about any finishing stitch you've been looking for, from cover stitch to overlock to flat lock to blanket stitch. The Baby Lock Triumph at the Maker Lab is labeled on all parts to make learning this machine as easy as possible. This video will walk you through threading the machine for both a 4-thread overlock stitch and a right narrow cover stitch. If you can thread these stitches, then you can thread just about anything on this machine. First up is the 4-thread overlock stitch. This is generally the stitch that you'll use to bring pieces of fabric together. Start by opening the front cover and the knife cover of the machine. To start, find the spot on the thread stand that says lower looper. This is what we'll thread first. Floss the thread through the top of the telescoping pole in the position that says LL for lower looper. Then, floss it through the pre-tension guide and then through the furthest opening on the right side of the machine. Then, flip the switch to the threading position and rotate the needle until all of the threading guides lock in place. It will make a loud noise, so you'll know that it's done. Guide the thread under the metal guide at the end of the opening. Then, pull an excess of thread so that the air threader has enough to pull through the loopers. Place about an inch of the end of the thread into the threading port that says L for lower looper. Press the Push to Thread Loopers button. The machine will make a very loud sound as it uses strong bursts of air to push the thread through the ports and fully thread the lower looper. Follow these same steps to thread the upper looper. Through the telescoping pole that says UL for upper looper, floss between the pre-tension, through the next opening on the right side of the machine, catch the metal guide, and then feed the end into the threading port that says U for upper looper. Press the Push to Thread Loopers button once more. You should be able to see your thread come out just next to the needle plate on the left side of the machine. If you can't see the ends of the thread, it means they haven't gone fully through the loopers. Pull a little more thread and push the button again. Then, we need to thread both needles. Start with the right needle, or overlock needle 2. Place a spool on the back tray in the spot that says Overlock Needle 2. Then, pass the thread through the telescoping pole. Floss through the tension, down through the next opening, around the metal guide, and then continue on by using the reference guide next to the machine and the labels to finish threading. Move the thread to the left, around the guide, and then behind the bar at the top of the needle. To thread through the eye of the needle, lower the threading lever fully so that the yellow portions of the lever line up with the eyes of the needles. Place the end of the thread just in front of the eye of the needle you want to thread, and then press the Push to Thread Needles button. The machine will make another loud noise as it uses air to pull the thread through the eye of the needle. Then, raise the threading lever back up to finish pulling the thread through. Repeat this process for the second needle. After threading the machine, move the threading lever back to serging position. Then, close up both of the front covers. And then check the reference guide to ensure that you've changed all the settings to their proper position. And place your fabric just in front of the feed dogs. Lower the foot and then begin stitching. Next, I'll walk you through threading the machine for a right, narrow cover stitch. A cover stitch is generally used at the ends of something like a t-shirt to give it a clean finish. To get started, place spools of thread on the sections labeled chain looper, chain needle 1, and chain needle 2. For a chain stitch, we need to swap out the needles to a different position. This machine has 5 different spots where we can place the needle. The slots further back are for overlock stitches and are identified by the O1 and O2 label just above the needle bar. For chain or cover stitch, we'll use the set of positions that is closer to the front of the machine. These are labeled using C1, C2, and C3. The reference guide will always show you exactly which needles you need to insert into which positions. To remove the needles, use the small Allen wrench and gently loosen the screw above the needle. Do not remove the screw. Just loosen it enough for the needle to come out. Then, place the needle into its new location. You'll know that it's all the way in if you can see the top of the needle appear above the screw that tightens it in place. For a right narrow cover stitch, I'll use spots C1 and spot C2. So let's put our needles in. To start threading, we're going to start with the chain looper. Floss the thread through the telescoping pole in the spot that says CL for chain looper. Then, use the reference guide and the machine labels to guide the thread around the guides on the side of the machine. Open both of the front covers of the machine and move the lever to its threading position. Then rotate the needle until all of the threading guides lock into place. Then, just like before, pull an excess of thread so that you have enough to send through the looper. Place the end of the thread into the threading port labeled C and press the Push to Thread Loopers button. Then, using the reference guide again, thread needles 1 and 2. Floss the thread through the metal guide on the back side of the machine, and then around the slots that are on the left side of the machine, just above the needles. To thread the needles for a chain or cover stitch, you must first move the needle threader selector lever from overlock to cover stitch. Then continue on through the needle bar and the eye of the needle using the same needle threading techniques as before. And then check the reference guide to ensure that you've changed all the settings to their proper position. Before you start stitching, it's also important to check all of the other settings. This includes your length, the chain needle tension, chain looper tension, and upper looper selection. Threading the serger can be complicated, so never be afraid to ask Maker Lab staff for assistance if you need it. We'll always do our best to help and to learn together. Come on down to the Ignite Maker Lab to get started.